We do our best. Hi, everybody.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us. Let
Yeah,
everyone come in and get situated here.
you're still sharing your screen, Lisa.
Oh, thank you for
Live
joining
and in
us.
action.
Yeah, I'm Lisa Sowers, Marketing Director with Innovation Women. I'm here with Bobby Carlton, the founder and Chief Boss Lady of all of our companies. Appreciate you joining us here today. I see one more person popped in, so I'm glad I waited a moment. We are talking about Innovation Women and all the good stuff that we've been up to in the last couple of years. We've added a lot of services. We've changed some faces. We've certainly tried to get deeper in the way that we support and the way that we are able to help entrepreneurs and all women speakers get more visibility on stages around the world. So, we're going to talk a little bit today about some of the new services and offerings, but mostly I want to hear in the comments from anyone who's here, if you want to chat with us, what you're looking for, how, this age of support that we're in, of what you really need, what brought you here today, perhaps is great to hear. And anyone that's joining us either was a member or came to something in the last year. So we know you've been peeking, and we wanted to peek back and just answer any questions that anyone might have. So
All
uh,
right, you probably want to hit the present button there, Lisa.
yeah,
There
I
we
probably.
go. Yay, now it looks all pretty.
There we go. Beautiful. So what are we talking about? What's new? Our membership options, supporting your business goals, and then the impact that we're having. Is there anything else you want to say about the intro, Bobby?
I think that one of the things about Innovation Women is we keep changing, we keep updating, and there's lots of new stuff. And even for our existing members, we always like to say Innovation Women's extra. Right? We're a lot. And so we are there for different people who are coming to Innovation Women and to speaking from different perspectives, different levels, and different business models. So it's all about the impact and the business.
Yeah, yeah. So I introduced myself a little bit, marketing director. I come to the Midwest by way of California. Gaucho from UC Santa Barbara, came up through California schools and went to grad school at Full Sail, which is an online university. I did my master's there in digital marketing, or internet marketing, as they called it back in 2000. I think it would be called digital marketing now. I supported the Day of Security series of conferences for many years. That's the little squiggle in the middle, just for my bona fides of how I've helped speakers. Day of Security was a conference aimed at women in cybersecurity. We started as a little online lunch and learn and moved into an in-person lunch and learn, into a big old conference, into a multi-day extravaganza, all about women on stages and highlighting, subject matter experts in a field that is predominantly men speaking to men. And so being a woman speaker, being one of the only women in the room was a common theme, and how to present yourself and really get your visibility out there brought me to Bobby Carlton's front door. So her and I started working together. That's the middle point there where I was in, tech and recruiting and cybersecurity spaces, and she was doing speaking. And fast forward about 10 years, and she ended up hiring and I ended up looking at the same time. So here I am at Innovation Women, which is part of a network of companies that support speakers and event managers. My slides, I would do them in the other order. So Carlton PR is the day job. We're marketing agents first and foremost, marketing consultants. You heard me talk about my expensive marketing degree. We help clients, small businesses, solopreneurs do all their marketing stuff top to bottom, and we do those services by the hour, by the way. So if anyone needs that kind of help, that's out there. We run Innovation Women. We call these our sister companies. So Bobby's a little of a serial entrepreneur. She went on a little bit of a spending spree during COVID. She went and bought herself some companies. But we love that because they all are about visibility. So my speaker leads sends out literally a list of speaker leads. It's an email list that says this talk, this talk, this talk, this is who it's for, this is what they're doing, this is how you apply. It could not be easier. It doesn't cost very much. It's not a lot of help. Lioness, I would say, is sort of the next level up. I might get challenged on that by my team because Lioness is for people who need more media, more marketing exposure, more PR opportunity, really geared towards women executives, entrepreneurial business owners, and people who need that, specifically that sales support, the sales systems and sales marketing programs. And then Innovation Women kind of does it all. So the way I look at it, we bring all those services together through Innovation Women of offering the marketing support, the speaker support, the actual leads, and then the PR and media. So it's a nice rounded offering. What says you, Bobby? Do you disagree with that one or?
No, and just for everybody, Innovation Women is actually three companies. My retail therapy during the pandemic was buying my speaker leads and Lioness. And so Innovation Women owns two additional companies. And when I acquired my speaker leads, it came with three full-time researchers, which is now six full-time researchers. And those researchers find not only leads for the My Speaker Leads customers, it also finds calls for speakers and basically helps support the growth of the Innovation Women database of speaking opportunities. And that depending on how long ago you were a Innovation Women member, you might remember we used to send out a weekly email with opportunities. Well, we
Mhm.
don't do that anymore. Now they are all in a nice filterable and searchable database,
Yep.
and it makes it very easy to manage that if you're an Innovation Women member.
Yep.
And
Yep.
oh yeah, and Lioness. And Lioness basically gives you an opportunity to be seen as a thought leader when our Innovation Women members contribute articles, they participate in roundups, and we also happen to have a little webinar series where guess where we pull those speakers from?
Yeah.
Innovation Women.
Yeah. So you're getting free marketing, you're getting marketing support, you're getting speaker research, and that's like an add-on. Literally anyone can participate in Lioness. There's a premium membership, of course, and we'll let you pay more and you get more for it, but you can participate in Lioness and read the articles and take the surveys and everything on the website completely free of charge. It's a way of just connecting with that women in business audience and helping any way we can. To that point, we do speak to two main top line audiences. We help speakers and we help event managers. It's always free for event managers. So I always tell people when you hear about us, go tell your favorite event, whoever does the booking for the speakers, about us. You would not believe how many events have never heard of Innovation Women. They don't know we exist at all, let alone that it's free for them. That literally blows the top of their heads off. And we can help them with marketing. My good friend Tom at Secure World was able to come in and do a webinar with us that talked about why it's essential that we get more women on stages in cybersecurity conferences. We love an ally and he loves the free marketing, right? So it gives them a way to connect with speakers that they can't always find and kind of be in the mix as someone who is known for trying to have diverse offerings and do the right things. So it's good PR all around. And then obviously as a speaker, our offering being able to give you searching speaking opportunities, that's something we've had for quite a while, but obviously is always our key demographic of who we're here to help.
Yeah, and just a nothing has changed comment for me. We're still the same mission-based company, more women on stage, and we are always going to be that mission-based company. So, two-thirds of all conference speakers are men, and that leaves women out of all kinds of career and business opportunities. So, this is why Innovation Women exists.
Yeah. So, one thing that may have changed since the last time we were here, we've added to our offering. Our prices adjusted at the start of the year. The reason being it's this year. The economy is what it is. And we've added three, four, if you split the creator into two new membership types. So whereas we just had for a very long time, we had the classic. And that's just all the speakers kind of in one. And we had event managers, as you just saw. We now have the classic, which is what you're seeing here, and it's the same speaker profile, our newsletter, which has tons of opportunities, invites, exclusive events. We just did we have happening on Thursday, we just did a round of tickets for speaker, get on stage, share with an audience that's engaged to be there, and only our members were able to purchase those tickets. So membership exclusive things that come up. We also do extra coaching, give resources. We have an online digital community. There isn't any part of our offering that a classic membership doesn't access. There's premium add-on things that you can include that are like coaching one-on-one, a creator membership that is great for podcasters and authors, our new entrepreneur membership, which we'll talk about a little bit when we look at the site. But the classic membership still comes with all the good stuff and a lot more than it did even a year ago because we've changed the offering quite a bit. Um, I jumped the gun on myself here. Sorry. Did you want to say anything about that before I went ahead?
Nope. I was just like, you got all that on the next slide, Lisa.
Sorry. So, as I mentioned, our creator, or rather, our event managers are free for everyone. And that might be conferences, that might be podcast hosts or podcast booking teams, that might be journalists, press, and media that need to interview folks that are subject matter experts. All of those people are more than welcome to come join us, connect with our audience, submit those questions directly. I always mention we do not stick ourselves in the middle of your communications. You and the event manager, or the event manager and the speakers, you all talk to each other directly. You're all adults. We just give you the platform to communicate. We don't need to facilitate it. We're not like jotting it down in the margin so we can steal the leads or something later. We do our own thing. We bring people to our community. So being able to invite everybody is a big part of it. We want your network to come here and engage with our network, which involves those referrals, those event manager referrals, and mentioning to them, hey, it's free. Those additional members, or rather, those additional speakers are just waiting to be messaged. Um, and all the membership types come with that messaging feature. So the classic speakers, that's the one we just looked at. Speakers at all levels. So people that are just getting started, people who've got a speaking brand, or people that are doing it at a professional level. There's something for all of those proficiencies in the community, from weekly one-on-one. Bobby's still doing the Speaker Friend Fridays. That started up during COVID. Her longevity and follow through. I mean, I don't know anyone that's doing a webinar series 5 years running. It's impressive that it's still going. And the reason why it's still going is because it kicks ass. It's a great group. Every Friday, there's a great discussion. Even if it's like the day after a holiday, you'll still get a couple dozen to up to like 60 or 75 people some weeks when it's crazy, that are in there, activated, brilliant women that are doing the same stuff that we are, that are trying to get on stages, that are building their brands. It's a really cool intellectual meeting of the minds, and fun, and not that serious, but still helpful, still talks about speaker stuff, very on message. Bobby, you got anything to add about Speaker Friend Fridays?
Just come.
Yeah,
Like, seriously,
it's
folks,
free, it's open.
it's open to anybody. You can find the Speaker Friend Friday information on the website, and it also comes in the newsletters. And so join us. What we do is we introduce ourselves, we talk about everything related to public speaking, the business of speaking, authorship, and podcasting. Um, Last week, we had a great conversation about pricing. And boy, there's a lot of kind of like sanity checks that happen
Yeah,
in that meeting as well, where people come in and going, this thing happened to me. What do you think? And
yeah.
I just love hearing our speakers support each other and also say, no, that's wrong. You need to step up and get paid for that opportunity.
Mhm. And there's breakout rooms. So some weeks it's like 3 or 4 little coaching sessions on some micro topic, like how do I introduce pricing? How do I sell from the stage? What should go in my sizzle reel? We're not always actioning all of those answers, but what we can do in those, sometimes we do, and sometimes what we do is say, here's the spot on the site where you can find all that information because we've tried to set it up in a way that folks can be self-empowered. You can do this research for yourself. You don't need someone to tell you where it is. We're always happy to, but we want you to be able to navigate it and find stuff on your own as well. And we've taken some good strides in the last, I'd say 2 quarters even, to try to make that easier. So, for instance, the content creators, we introduced in the last year this new membership type that I'm really excited about because I'm a writer. I have never published a grown-up book, but I've written a couple of kids' books. And even if you're doing it at that level, writing is a lonely job. You spend a lot of time thinking about your project, excited about it, and then you put it out in the world, and now what do I do? You've got a thing. What do you do with it? We talk about how to use public speaking as a tool. What do you do with it is you take it on the road and you get opportunities and you come as a subject matter expert and you create talks that fundamentally tie into your content, whether that be podcasts or books or magazine articles or whatever form that takes. We've got some like little icons to show who you are in the community for other members, and we've got external facing things to help, like a bookstore, like an Amazon store, things that are intended to help you sell and also to help you know the answer to what do I do with this now? Where do I take this knowledge, this information, and get more out of it? Similarly, the entrepreneur membership designed for business owners, coaches, consultants. We have an option now to be able to share a hyperlink, post your product, share within our community, selling to our community. We welcome that through the format that we've provided. I say very carefully with my boss on this call. We want people working together. We want people collaborating. We love nothing more than to see when a member says, "Hey, I'm going to be in such in Salt Lake City next week. Who wants to get together?" It's not about us being in the middle of everything. It's about you connecting with the other thousands of members that are out there that might be doing what you're doing and need that specific kind of help. So the entrepreneur is for those business leaders that are, how do I get this product in people's hands? How do I, get my name mentioned in the right rooms?
Yeah, and the difference, Joy is asking the difference between content creator and entrepreneur membership.
Great
There's
question.
one big difference, and both give you the option to showcase your courses, your consulting, your coaching offerings, including your books and your podcasts. But the big difference is that the entrepreneur profiles and membership incorporate the Lioness Premium membership. What we're
Right.
doing is we're bringing you together with other entrepreneurs. And the Lioness Premium membership, in addition to the ability to publish articles to Lioness Magazine, to contribute to articles, Lioness membership for the premium membership also includes things like a directory of grants and awards. It includes templates. It includes weekly co-working time. It includes weekly coffee chat. If you're looking for a community of women entrepreneurs, people who are building a business, that's why you might be interested in the entrepreneurship membership. You are going to be hanging out with other women entrepreneurs. And really, this reflects what we saw inside our community. 65% of our members were using public speaking to drive another
Yeah.
business. They are standing on stage, they are getting leads from speaking. Like, this is how they drive their business forward. And so, recognizing that, we created this new membership, which incorporates the Lioness entrepreneurship benefits. So, hopefully that helped, Joy.
Yeah. And it was something our community specifically asked us for. So we were really excited to come out with that because we knew that folks needed it. And that feels good to do what
Yeah.
people need help with and say, I know just how to help address that. Actually, stick with me a second.
All
Uh,
right. Did you want to do the tour, Lisa, or did you want me to?
um, I can
You got it?
take a swing at it if you want. I was logging in the
Nope.
background here.
No. And totally up to you.
There we go. Okay.
And also, folks, if you have any questions, you can use the Q&A function or drop them in the chat.
Yes, yes. I'm sorry, it's hard for me to go back and forth, so I appreciate you keeping an eye on that chat for me, Bobby.
Absolutely.
Keep me honest if we got questions coming in from folks. So here we are in our community. Let me shrink myself up here because we don't need to see my face the whole time. Okay, so this is I am an innovation woman. I am logged in. This is my homepage view. So we have our public facing page. I'm not going to really spend much time over there, but I will say if you are curious about more information about content creator or entrepreneur and you want to do your own research on that, we have web pages for both of those with more information. So you can source information there. If you
And
want
I will share those.
yeah, there we go. If you want to talk to me or us about those, that can happen too. You don't have to be out on your own figuring it out, but it's available. I like to do stuff myself. I'm very like, I don't want anyone talking to me until I've decided what I'm doing. I'm one of those kind of shoppers. Um, so we see here the some of the more recent listings that have come in. The deadlines are approaching very soon. That's why these are funneling to the top. I'm a marketing director, for instance, and my company's in Boston. Perhaps I should apply for this, right? I'm gonna go check that out right after this call, in fact, and see. Because I'm sure we could find a reason for me to be in Boston in May if I got accepted somewhere cool. But you were able to search your opportunities here. We have put a lot of effort into creating tutorial and little learning moments throughout the profile now that the profile tool, um, especially now that it's a little bit more complex. Hopefully it's not complicated, it's more complex. Um,
It's
so
more full figured.
there we go. Yes, we love that. We as happens over time to all of us, right? Myself included. 43 this year, I'm feeling that. So we've got the opportunity here to add, or rather, we've got the tutorial here to add opportunities. If you know about a speaking thing and you want to bring it in, or you're a speaker manager, I mentioned my friend Secure World guy, he can load them in, 10 at a time. And he does. He puts them in here. We showed him this and he's like, oh my God, I can't believe this exists. So every year at the start of the year, he comes and brings his event calendar. That's where I say we can really help them do a lot without a lot of their time. They really appreciate that. And then any other, speaking opportunities for which you need um, speakers can be listed here. Um, if I want to find speaking opportunities, which is often the case with members, of course, we've got the tutorial here for how to get started on that. Filters, uh, in person or online only, industry. Let's say I like SEO. Let's see if there's anything around this. Nope. I like SEO. I do a lot of SEO work for us. And let's just say I want to talk to the tech industry about SEO because who doesn't want to hear about it over there? So I'm just going to search. Oh, that didn't work.
Try by topic, Lisa.
Exact match to without choosing industry.
Hmm.
Yeah, there we go. Okay. So I've got my talks here. I can click in here to look through them. Obviously, keyword tagged. We've moved where these tags appear, so it's a little bit easier to navigate and see your way around things. Quite easy here. Apply as a speaker, and that's going to take you out. Bobby mentioned those researchers. The job of those researchers is to figure out how do I apply for this thing. They don't take it to the 11th mile. So sometimes there's additional like form fields or forms you got to check and things as you're going through their process. We don't control their speaker process, right? These events are all doing their own thing. We find the opportunities and bring the link that is most likely to take you to, I want to be a speaker at your event. Let me sign up. So it's not 100% that you're going to land right on the VIP list, right? They've still all got their own thing to work through, but we've done our best to get you to the right page so you're not fumbling around trying to figure out, okay, San Diego is the one that's next. How do I apply for that? Like we've cut out that middleman of research gathering at least. Um, again, my dashboard primarily shows the coming up soon. I don't currently have any speaking engagements booked here. I'll work on changing that just to be a good example. Um, say I Lisa, the marketing director, am working with nonprofit A, and they need someone to come talk about privacy. I, Lisa, the marketing director, am not an event manager. I don't need an event manager profile, and I already have a membership here. What I can do is be of service to my community, to my leadership, to my peers by bringing things here, finding people, helping people get connected, helping my nonprofit groups, of which I'm a leadership member of a couple of things. We need speakers all the time. And they're both of the things that I'm in are geared towards women. So we want women speakers anytime we can get them, which is if you can find them, you can have them, right? There's nothing stopping you except discovery. So I use this. It's not only for event managers. It's a kind of add-on perk, I would say, to being able to get in here and have this membership in this community. But it is nice to be able to connect with subject matter experts for any reason. Like million different business applications of why it would be useful to search this and be able to filter people by their specializations. Um,
I'm also going to point out that it isn't just our research team that adds things to our database of opportunities. Event managers come in, they search the database for free, but they can also add their own call for speakers
mhm.
to Innovation Women. And I'm not going to lie, we do check them out a little bit. We're not approving them per se, as we are making sure that they are not events that charge speakers. That
Yeah.
is one thing that we don't allow on the platform. So if you are in and you see an event and maybe they hit it or maybe they respond to your application for a speaking role with fees, you report that to us and we kick them off the platform. So
Yep.
just a little FYI on that.
Yeah, we do our level best to protect folks from anyone that's trying to do unethical business practices. Um, so if it's been a while since you've been logged in here, you might have a slightly different view than the last time you did. We've made a lot of changes to this. We've now got your top three matches, keywords, which is really nice for people like me that have a big old list of keywords that you want to hit for. I'm not necessarily going to be as strong in all of these areas. The ROI of social media is maybe a little bit more complex to talk about than general social media strategies, right? So I'm going to highlight the ones that, hey, you need a quick talk for something. I'm your gal for any of these three. Tap me on the shoulder, and in 5 minutes, I could have a lightning talk ready on these, right? Um, some of these other ones might need a little more prep. So that's how I personally chose. Some folks might pick the ones that they can monetize or they have a course to support or whatever that reasoning is. But we found a lot of use cases for people to have highlighted skills. That's why there's two sections there. Um, we also now have this promote yourself button, which has been really cool and has allowed us to really elevate a lot of people's accomplishments. So whether it's I spoke at the most amazing event and it was my first time, dun, 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 getting paid, being a keynote, talking to 10,000 people, whatever, tell us about it. I won an award for being a great person, a great presenter. I published my book. I was on a podcast. These allow us to get you into our social media. Innovation Women is our women. It is our members. It is the community. It's not Bobby and Lisa and Emily and the people. We do the admin work. We facilitate this, but the community is y'all. So this is the heart and soul of what we are here to do. It is amplifying, elevating, creating visibility for any great achievements. Or hey, I want to be a featured speaker. Every month we have a group of featured speakers that we say, this person is crushing it. They do these, and these topics. This is their picture. Their profile is complete. And we do make folks certify to that. We catch a lot of folks doing the no, not having complete profiles. We get that you're busy, but that's why we've built some of these helpers in that allow people to bring more to the party. And we have the tutorials here to help people get them filled out. Your biography, your example stories, how much you want to get paid, or if you require payment, how far you'll travel, some of your example talks. So a lot of this is the same, but some of it has changed. Do we have
I
any
also
questions?
want to I also want
Go
to
ahead.
point out if you go into edit profile, Lisa,
Yep.
hey folks, We know you're busy. So, one of the things that we created was an AI profile assistant tool. And after you have filled out a few basic things, Jane, your AI, will go and basically create a terrific little starter profile for you on Innovation Women. So it will go out and hunt the internet for information about you. That's one of the reasons that we ask for you to include things, basic things like your LinkedIn profile. And this can speed up the process for anybody who's feeling a little, well, let's just say harried for time.
Hmm.
And it's never going to be as good as if you wrote it yourself, but I know you are busy and we wanted to give you some place to start. I also know that lots of people have what we call white page syndrome, where
Hmm.
you look at a blank page and you go blank. So this helps you get started.
Yeah.
And it
Um,
won't overwrite anything you put in, but it will add it in underneath any existing content. So you can take that content, you can edit it, you can use it to get started and come back and edit it later. It's just a great way to get started super fast and get up and running quickly.
and this profile is not too scary, right? Like some profile builder tools are really onerous. This one is three scrolls and you're at the bottom. I mean, albeit I'm not like the killer speaker of the world over here with a million talks. Like Bobby's is probably twice as long as mine, but it's still not that hard. It's not that much. And everything here is really strategically chosen to help put you in your best light so that we can help advertise whatever it is you're doing, whether that's selling your thing. So here's an example of one of those add-ons that we created. Say I want to bring, maybe I will too, put my little children's book here. It's still up on Amazon. It's called Today I Feel. I wrote it for my 2-year-old nephew, and it's to help learn about our feelings because he has very big feelings. So I put my cover photo, my link to my Amazon, or the link to the Amazon Innovation Women's Store, which if we've got your info, we can include you in those again to help with sales and marketing of your own products and materials. The text it should show confirms it comes straight to me. Again, we're not trying to be in the middle of your interactions. You can talk to people yourself. The headline of your book, the description of it, and then the link to download it. And that could be a book, a podcast, a product, a service, or a course. So we've tried to create opportunities for any type of entrepreneur, business owner, hustler of a woman speaker to be able to have her links and all the sales opportunities there to help push her success. Is there anything else on the profile side? I want to show the community real quick, Bobby, but I don't want to flip away if there's anything else you
Nope,
wanted to
yeah, I
point
think you're all set.
out. Okay. So, one of my favorite things to point out, partly because of the shock factor, I get so many people that skip this. They don't realize that through the profile, um, I hate that thing. Through the profile tool, you can go to community, and community is this. It's a whole other place. It's a whole online community that we work really hard to make sure is useful, is full of useful information for our speakers. So whether it's strategies on selling your book and how do I get it out there, what have other people done that have worked, resources from us that are either groups, sales opportunities, visibility opportunities, or even career development type things. A lot of this is ways to get involved with us, I would say, under this category. And I'm flipping through these fast. We've got a marketing club that's an additional service. We actually are kicking that off right after this for our second round of it. We're very excited about that. Um, and our events calendar, one place where you can kind of see everything. There's that one I mentioned that's going on Thursday. Um, if that sounds interesting to you, we're going to have more of those. So keep your ear out for additional Speaker Friend live events. Basically, it's uh, you and 50 of your closest friends in a room running through your best lines to get content so that your profile, your sizzle reel, your speaker one sheet, or whatever other speaker collateral you have has what you need of you on stage, pictures of you holding the mic, pictures of you in front of an audience, everyone really supportive. And the speaking spots were a paid ticket. There were some no cost tickets. We try to be nice about letting folks bring their friends and invite, if it's someone that's not speaking and things like that. So we encourage people to grow and share these opportunities. We'll have another one come up soon. And then Speaker Friend Fridays every Friday. When someone joins, we run through an orientation meeting so that everyone knows where to find everything and kind of where to start. We don't just, send you an email, thanks for signing up, and then leave you to hang. We really stay involved. There's a sequence of emails that come that have really clear directions on here's step one, here's step two. Now that you've done that, this is where you go next. We really try to help people get what they need to get going and be successful. Knowledge sessions to cover anything you might want to discuss. We also do a public speaking 101, which is kind of for people who've never heard of us before. So if you've got friends that you think should be in here, you've got a place to send them. Um, a million other things we do. I mean, honestly, we always are trying things, scaling back, pushing in, and giving new opportunities a try. So the Speaker Marketing Club, we're in our second round of. So far, it's going really well. So far, we've been able to help a handful of speakers really understand their own brand messaging, create a marketing program that is effective. We've gotten great testimonials out of the ones that went through the first round of it. So things like that. We're always trying to get a little bit deeper with people where it's helpful and, enable that success for their speaking, getting on as many stages as possible, basically. Um, just a big view of Bobby, sorry. Um,
And one of the things that we also have that is available now, again, if you're a older member or if you hadn't been available or hadn't been with us before, we now have what we call the green room. And the green room is where all of our educational material lives. It's everything from how do I build a speaking business? What is my speaker business model? To how do I get paid to speak? Or how do I build another business off my speaking expertise? We have resource sheets, we have educational modules, and it's also where all of the Speaker Friends live recordings, AI generated summary, and chat live after the fact. So, anywhere between 50 and 100 people are showing up for Speaker Friends Live every single week. And there's probably just as many people who are like, I can't make it. So they go and they watch the recordings. And often what they do is they will go through the recordings. They'll take a quick look at the topics that we covered this week. And if those are topics they're interested in, they'll watch the recording or they'll check out all the other materials. So Speaker Friend Friday, extra stuff lives on in our green room. And for anybody who's in the speaking world, green room is where you go to get prepared to go on stage. So it made an excellent name for our place where people are educated in terms of public speaking.
yep.
So, and any questions? How we doing out there? Is this helpful? Get a view of the innovation women of today. Maybe you were previous member, or maybe you looked at it a while back. So the new entrepreneurship profiles and memberships are something that we added toward the end of last year. And again, it's reflecting what we're seeing in the innovation women community, that people are using speaking to build their business, whether it's coaching, consulting, maybe you have a product. Getting on stage is a great way to market your expertise and your services.
Hmm.
So, all right.
All right.
Anything else you want to add, Lisa?
The snow day, should we share that out?
We can. We actually put together a special code because I don't know about the rest of you, but we're still shoveling out here. And if you use the code SNOWDAY26, and that's all capital letters, SNOWDAY26, That will give you a discount of 22% off. And that's only good through the end of today because by the end of today, I am determined to be dug out. So 22 is reflecting the number of inches of snow that we had here. Joy, yes, absolutely. One of the things about the filtering in the speaking opportunities section is that you can filter by location. So you would put in your location and you can choose whether you want something in the same town. You can choose whether you want something 25, 50, 75 miles away so you can get things that are local to you. Um, but there are tons. Oh, wait a minute. Uh, the live events are back east.
Yeah, kind of two different things there.
Got it. Okay, so Speaker Friends Live is a new program that we just started, and the first event, Speaker Friends Live, that's happening this Thursday, is the first one. And what we're doing is we are testing and optimizing this particular event here in the Boston market where it's easy for me to get to. And we already have invitations to roll out Speaker Friends Live in. And we haven't even done one yet. We already have invitations to roll it out in Chicago, New Orleans, New York, DC. I think it was San Diego, but I know it was somewhere in California. So we are definitely planning on getting this out to different communities. People are very excited about it. And one of the reasons that they're so excited about it is video is central to you getting speaking engagements. And a speaker sizzle reel is a mark of a professional speaker. It's one of those leveling type situations, right? If you've got a sizzle reel, you're a professional. One of the things that we have also done as part of your Innovation Women membership is we include an application we have access to. It's called Answer Stage. And our speakers have the ability to go to Answer Stage, create a 3-part video introducing themselves, talking about their area of expertise, and talking about their signature talk. They then submit it to us. We make it look all pretty. We send it back. We put it on YouTube. And then the speaker has a super quick, really nice looking video on their profile. This is one of those catch-22 situations, right? I need a video to get on stage. I've never been on stage, so how do I get that video? Well,
Yeah.
Answer Stage is literally the answer. So if you have experience but no sizzle reel, you're not alone. And Answer Stage is a great option for that. And we hope that we'll be rolling out Speaker Friends Live in other communities to help people get that footage. We have tons of people that have similar issues because maybe they spoke at events before they even thought about getting a video.
Yeah.
Or maybe they spoke at events where nobody was taking video or they weren't allowed to take video. Corporate events, a lot of times you signed away your ability to share that video.
Yeah.
So, but yes, all the answer stage is for everybody. It's included with every level of the Innovation Women memberships. So,
And it can save you a tremendous amount of money. It's not exactly the same thing as some of the sizzle reels that tend to come in longer and they're sometimes a splashy animation and these are thousands of dollars though to get those splashy animations, and this is something that actually comes with your membership. So as a means of having the tool, having the speaker collateral, we also have templates for speaker one pagers, which can be tremendously helpful. I can't tell you how many speakers I talk to that don't have a one sheet or a one pager for themselves. That's a general overview, a headshot, most common talks, a little bit of bio, contact info, and just makes you look good and professional. We have templates for that. So a lot of those little helper things that make a speaker look legit, that make you look like you have a speaking program, not just that you give talks sometimes. I think we've tried to do a decent job covering those bases to make sure that you've got all of those pieces that you need without having to go find them yourself and vet all these sources and try all these tools and who has time for that, right? Like we provide all of that to you in a package that's like, here, go here, make this, submit this thing, and you get it handed to you. So for my part, I came to Innovation Women because I was a speaker manager for a CEO. That's one of the reasons I'm such a fan of the services we offer because I've been on the receiving end of I need more talks. Where do I put my bio? How do I source opportunities? Where do I get a speaker one sheet? What do I do with it? Like all of these speaker answers. And then I found Innovation Women. And I was like, have you met Bobby? And I fought for years for us to keep using the database because getting that public facing speaker profile page, that's a key win, right? You don't have to go make yourself a website right away. There's a huge cost savings. Getting the answer stage video, having that demo video, that's a huge cost savings. The templates for the speaker one sheet, that's a project you don't have to find an Upwork or a Fiverr person to go hopefully do for you. We try to kind of keep it in-house to save sanity and time. And I think it does help. I know it helped me when I was in the role of trying to source all this stuff.
All right. How we doing there, folks? Any other questions? I think we're good.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you all so much for joining us.
Yeah.
Thank you, Lisa. Good job.
Thank you. Thank you for joining me and helping out today. Pleasure to have you. It was an unexpected treat to have you join. Feel free. My email is real simple. It's just lisa@innovationwomen.com. If anyone has any follow-up questions, feel free to get me. I will certainly make myself available to you as needed. And if you don't need me out of the gate and you want to just sign up, I will see you around the community because I try to make it to as much stuff as I can for these events.
All right, everybody.
All
Take
right. Take
care.
care.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you. Bye-bye.